Hey Brian, why are you walking down the road?
Because that's the way we play it. The Record Journal Athletes of the Week. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may happen to be tuning in. I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal, and welcome to the Winter Athlete of the Week show, week 3 here in the winter season. And hey, even before we get rolling, we want to say congratulations to new Secretary of Education, officially Miguel Cardona. He was in Meriden this morning with Dr. Jill Biden, our First Lady. And what a day, what a morning, what a new morning, Aaron. So happy to be here with you under this sky of blue to bring you our fresh slate of candidates here for the Record Journal Athlete of the Week contest. Now, listen, I knew we were going to get to this point. Maybe we're getting to it sooner than later, but I knew with all the boys' sports, we were going to have a week where we were going to have 6 male candidates. And that's what we got this week because we had Lyman Hall Sheehan hockey, we had a lot of good basketball, and even though we had some good performances on the distaff side, the guys, we couldn't limit it to 3. We just couldn't. Winter season is really their season. So we're going with the 6 boys this week. And I got to say, before the winter's out, we're probably going to do this again. But the girls, don't worry, ladies, you'll be back next week because I already got a bunch of you girls on the radar screen. But for now, here are our 6 boys who are the Record Journal Athlete of the Week nominees for week 3. And before we get into them, just got to say now, in week 1 and week 2, our winners were both from Wallingford. Sheehan girls, Caitlin Hunt, and then this week her teammate, Caitlin Velez from the undefeated Sheehan girls basketball team. And then for the boys, week 1 was Ty Voisin from Lyman Hall. This past week was my man Aiden Weir from the Lyman Hall hockey team. So we do have Wallingford candidates this week. We got a bunch of Meriden kids too. We got a Cheshire kid. Let's see if we can break the Wallingford hold on the first place bragging rights here in the Athlete of the Week contest. Will Aiden Weir be followed by one of his teammates? It could happen. It is within the realm of possibility. We just had a great back-to-back series between Lyman Hall and Sheehan on the ice. The team split. One of the star players for Lyman Hall was this boy right here, Mr. Tommy Ralston. We're going Tommy on the spot. He scored in both goals. He had the game winner in Lyman Hall's 3-2 win on Saturday. Also scored in the 4-2 loss on Monday. Tommy with the backhand for both of his goals. We like the way he played. He is boys nominee number 1 here in week 3. We have a nominee from Sheehan on the other side of the ice. Those 2 rivals split. Who we going with from Sheehan? So many good players, and obviously the number 1 line of the Romano boys and Luke Festa. They get a lot of attention for good reason. The guy who caught my eye right here, Mr. Dylan Hennessy. Bobby Dylan Hennessy also scored in both games. And his goals were really interesting, Aaron. You probably saw, on Saturday, Lyman Hall goaltender Brendan Reddington was just playing out of his mind. He was just making literally diving saves, and not just like 1 or 2 here and there, 1 or 2 like back-to-back. Brendan really barred the door on Sheehan on Saturday night, but Dylan found a way to snipe one home, put one right over Brendan's right shoulder. And the way Brendan was playing that night, you had to be that spot on to get one by him. Dylan did. And then on Monday in the 4-2 Sheehan win, he got the flukiest goal of the series. The puck was on anything but on edge, took a bouncing pass, swatted it, thing bounced in, bounced over Brendan Reddington's pads into the goal. Hey, Dylan scoring and pretty and finding a good bounce. You are boys nominee number 2. It was good to see Lyman Hall and Sheehan playing. That's some good hockey they're playing down at Northford, both of our Wallingford teams. So there you go. Tommy Ralston from Lyman Hall, Dylan Hennessy from Sheehan. That's it for our hockey selections. Now we bump it over to Cheshire. We're going to basketball, and the guy who's lighting it up for the Rams this year right here, Mr. Luke Neiman. He's only a junior. Luke Neiman, one of our leading scorers. He put up 22 on the 22nd, 22 on February 22 for Mr. Luke Neiman against East Haven. Came back 2 nights later against Hamden with 20 points. And he's averaging 16.2 for the Rams, has 21 three-pointers, one of the top outside shooters in the area. Luke, good to have you aboard. You are boys nominee number 3 here in week 3. All right, our final 3 nominees, they are all from Meriden. They all play basketball in Meriden, home of Miguel Cardona, new Secretary of Education. Where are we going to start, Aaron? Let's start with Maloney. Maloney Spartans, undefeated. They beat Buckley last night. We're filming on Wednesday morning. Buckley win last night for Maloney puts them at 7-0. One of the guys getting it done for the Spartans right here, Mr. Jeremiah Williams. Jeremiah had a big game last Monday against Middletown. Both these teams were undefeated going in. Maloney wins 50-45. They win in Middletown. Jeremiah with 17 points, some late free throws to ice it. Coming up clutch for the Spartans, that's Jeremiah Williams. Congratulations, you are boys nominee number 4 here in week 3. Going over to the west side, Oregon Road. We're going to go with Wilcox Tech. They've been playing some good basketball up until losing on Monday night against Wilcox Tech up in Torrington. But they had a nice 6-game run there. And one of the guys making that go for the Indians right here, Mr. Carlos Cintron, a senior. And he's been good for a double-double, it seems, every night. He had a team-high 19 against Whitney last Monday, and that included 11 in the fourth quarter. The next night he comes back against Caner Tech, double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds. Carlos Cintron and the boys looking to bounce back from that Wilcox Tech loss. I know they will. Carlos, you've been having a great season. You are boys nominee number 5. Our 6th and final nominee, last but not least, that's for sure, because this boy lit it up for 32 points on Saturday. 32 points against Wethersfield on Saturday. He is from Platt High School, Mr. Henry Smith, Hammerin' Hank. 32 points. What a day for Henry that day. Along with those 32 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals, only a junior. And another one last night for Henry and the Panthers, Anthony Neiman, a big game as well. And we're looking forward to next week's Maloney-Platt Panther rivalry game. For now, though, Henry Smith, boys nominee number 6 here in week 3. And hey, Aaron, that's a wrap. That's a wrap, which is good because I'm getting cold. This brook has just drawn my attention. Don't know how I got through this without messing it up one time. What a scene. What a scene. And what a day for the city of Meriden with Miguel Cardona coming back to his hometown with our First Lady. Folks, when you see this, it is Wednesday, 6 o'clock or thereafter. Go online, myrecordjournal.com/sports. Vote from now through Sunday at midnight. The voting was good last week. Good to see the vote totals last week. They were very good, Aaron. Made my eyes go cross-eyed a little bit, which doesn't take much to do. Please go online. We got 6 good candidates here. Top 2 boys will be the winners. And then next week we'll come back. We'll have 3 boys and 3 girls straight down the middle of the road. My best, as always, to my man Aaron Flom behind the camera, my man Shawnee Krofsick, Ronnie Buck, Carl Karchia, and the Frenchman Brendan O'Sullivan, all getting after it for the Record Journal Sports Department. I am Record Journal Sports Editor Brian Carpenter. Thank you for tuning in. Be good.